Ooh, it's not very good. Let's see here. Oh, maybe we come over there. Okay, now we're live, I think. My only real issue is, will anybody find us? Because that original one is not showing up. Or wouldn't come up. So, all right, everybody. I think we're live, but I'm not totally certain. I'm seeing, it looks like we've got some people coming in. Yay. Can you hear us? Can you see us?
Hoover, what's up?
Hey, Hoover. Hoover, can you hear us? Hey, Vinny. This is a, hey, Vinny, I did not wear my OC jersey tonight, just for you. And the fact that I think we've lost 3 in a row. So, okay, yes and yes. All right. Because we weren't real sure. I'll be honest. Our internet here is not necessarily the best at home.
Right.
And so hopefully this will hold up.
Right.
So, yeah, Vinny got that.
All right. Cool.
So we'll give it just a couple more minutes. And because unfortunately, I think I had it loaded and then that link wasn't working. So I went to this other one. It seems to be working. So I don't know if the lighting's real good in here.
I don't know.
Oops.
The best I can get.
Yep, that's the best we can get it. So, mail. You want to grab the mail?
Sure.
So we'll do mail time first. And I know Hoover already knows what the big announcement is, so. Okay, mail time. So we'll go ahead and start. So somebody had suggested we do Midweek Update as a live. And so we thought, well, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. So we will, we'll go ahead and start because I know there's people coming in and we want to make the big announcement, but we'll go ahead and start with mail. We did get one piece of mail this week and I guess I ought to wait for the grandfather clock.
Yeah, it's chiming.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that grandfather clock. That could be a problem every 15 minutes.
That's true. That is true.
At least it's 9 o'clock.
Right.
Actually, I think the grandfather clock's behind because the computer says it's
right.
9:04. Okay, so this week we got a letter from Pam down in Texas. She sent us a note and said she finally got this off in the mail for her sticker, and she's going to be using her sticker for her computer, but until in the future, it says, in her camper, not her computer, her camper.
Okay.
I can't read tonight. But it says for now, she's going to take it and put it on the bulletin board at work and try to get us some more subscribers. So Pam, thank you for the nice note. Your stickers are actually in the mail. They went out today. So your stickers are on the way. So that was mail time. We only had one piece of mail this week. So
not much.
All right. Well, it looks like we have 14 people and hopefully we'll have some more joining us. I know this was kind of last minute. I put it up this morning, but Patty, can you grab the surprise?
Sure.
So how did you make the stickers? We actually used a company called Sticker Mule. Just found them online. And they were actually really easy to work with. You just upload your logo or whatever you want for your sticker. You tell them what type of sticker. They have round, they have square, they have rectangle, they have die cut if you want them die cut. And then you send it off. They send the proof back. You okay the proof, and then they send them to you. It was actually really easy.
Yeah, cheesecake.
The stickers that we ordered, we did 300 stickers, and I think it was like $136. So their prices are really good, and the quality of the stickers seemed pretty decent. So are you going to join me?
Are you ready for the
Sure.
surprise?
All right. So we have this surprise, and then we can get into, hey, Lou, welcome. If everybody doesn't know Lou from RV Habit, make sure you check out Lou's channel. He's got a really good channel, a lot of good RV type videos. In fact, thanks to Lou, that's why we have an antenna for our RV. So, hey, Fernando. Fernando, it says is in Miami, Florida. I'm guessing it's warm in Florida tonight. All right. So I guess we're just going to bring out the big announcement.
This is our surprise.
And I don't know if you can see, but we want to introduce everybody to Truman McCormick.
He's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. He just turned 8 weeks yesterday, and he's about 4 pounds.
Yeah. So the story on Hoover, and I know some of you are going to say that we had said we were not getting a dog until after the trip.
Right.
And we had not planned on it. So 2 weekends ago, we were visiting with some friends, and they have a male and a female Cavalier that are about 1.5 years old, and we were having a good time, and we've always wanted a Cavalier. And I just said something, and so like 3 days later, I get a phone call from them saying the lady where we got our Cavaliers, she just had another litter. Her girl just had another litter, and there's one left, and so we've held it for you. And I was like, I need to consult with Patty. So I texted Patty. She was still at school, and she actually got back to me over lunch break and said, of course if there's an opportunity to adopt what we've always wanted, we should do it. And so that was on a Tuesday, and this was so seamless because our friends who live in Toledo, Ohio, were actually coming up. They have a lake place here. They offered to bring Truman to us. So Friday night, and in fact, Hoover, who's on right now with us, he actually got to meet Truman before we did. So they were all standing outside when we arrived. And so Truman is a brother to our friends, two Cavaliers. So anyway, that's why we have Truman.
I'm going to put him down. Okay.
Yeah, Truman's a little, he's a puppy. So
he wants to play.
Give him 10 minutes, he'll be out like a light bulb.
There's that cute little puppy face.
And we'll start posting some pictures on Facebook and Instagram.
He's tan and black with a little bit of white on his belly and full of spunk.
Yeah. So then that brings us to the other major announcement, which is when we said we would adopt him, we didn't think there would be an issue with the trip. And as early as Saturday morning, I was under the impression everything was fine because I went to the Canadian website and they said it's fine to bring puppies into Canada. And if they're under 3 months old, they realize you can't give them a rabies shot. So they don't need a rabies shot. Just bring them on in. And so we were high-fiving, I guess, only to have my father come over and say, you need to check the American website because you have to get back in the country.
Right.
And unfortunately, our government is not as common sense, apparently, as the Canadian government.
Right.
And so they really don't care whether you have a rabies shot. I mean, you have to have a rabies shot no matter what.
Even though they're not old enough yet.
But you can't give a puppy that young a rabies shot.
Right.
So there was an option to file for a waiver, and it would be close to get the waiver because it takes up to 2 weeks. But the problem with the waiver is, even if you're granted it, the U.S. government then says that once you enter the U.S. with a dog that does not have a rabies vaccination, they must be quarantined for 30 days in a physical structure like your home. And then the only reason they can leave your home would be to go to the vet, and you would have to put a muzzle on them anytime they're out in public.
And I'm not going to do that.
So the problem would have been we were going to re-enter the U.S. out in Washington and then still be on vacation for another 2 weeks. So unfortunately, we're not going to Canada. We're not going to Canada.
No,
and so 5 months of planning down the drain.
Wah, wah, wah. We'll go another time. Not a big deal.
We're still going traveling, and we're still probably going to do the same basic trip. We just can't get across we can get across the border. We just can't come home. So we either have to become Canadian, which no, I'm a proud American. I don't mean
no, but I would stay if I couldn't bring her.
But we theoretically could cross over when she's 3, I think, or 4 months, she can get a rabies shot. But you even have to wait 30 days after. So because of work, we can't stay that long in Canada. So I felt bad about that. And I'll be honest, there were 2 other things I really felt bad about. I didn't even care about the fact that I had made all the reservations and the money that we'd spent, that type of thing. My 2 biggest concerns were we had already set a date to spend the day with one of our subscribers, Fred, up in Kamloops, and his wife had so graciously offered to take us for the whole day touring wineries. And I felt horrible canceling on Fred. And then Ray, another one of our subscribers, was going to meet up with us somewhere in British Columbia.
Right.
And I just felt bad for them. We were really looking forward to spending time with them. And then the other thing was my nephew, Alex, who some of you know from the Tennessee trip, he's going to Calgary. He'd already bought a one-way plane ticket home from Calgary. He's going up there to visit a friend of his.
Right.
So now we've created a whole nother mess. But we've solved that. Where Alex is going to go with us. We're going to get him to the border, and then his friend and parents are going to pick him up. He's going to walk across the border and go through. So I feel horrible about that. But honestly, I wouldn't trade this guy for anything.
And those just checking in, I just noticed saying what's going on. Well, this is our surprise, little Truman.
This is Truman.
He's going to be
actually, we named him Harry Truman McCormick. Harry Truman, I've studied, and anyway, I'm a huge Harry Truman fan. So
that's why we named him Truman.
And our friends already had a Harry, so that's why we didn't want to do Harry, so his brother's name is Harry, but we named him Harry Truman McCormick. We call him Truman.
Yeah. So this is our new fur baby.
Whoa.
And he wants to play, so I'm going to let him down.
Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And let's look at some of the comments. I'm sorry.
Come here.
Okay, Sharon. So that's the update, Sharon. Yeah, I know, Lou. It is a shame. The other option, I will just tell you, we did have an option. You always have options, right? The other option was the lady was going to have possibly another litter late fall from a different set of parents, because this isn't like a breeder. This is more of it's just an older couple that will periodically breed their dogs.
Right.
And then
she does it for the love of the animals.
For the love of the animals.
She keeps all of her breeder dogs.
So we could have waited till fall, but then we were into the issue of how do you train a puppy
going back to school
while we're both at work all day long. So in many ways, this works out great because Truman's going to spend a lot of time with us over the next 3 months. So.
Yep.
And thanks, Sharon. We appreciate that. And then, yeah, the floppy ears. There's something about a Cavalier. Now, there's 4 colors of, for those of you not familiar with the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, there's 4 color lines. There's Truman's running back and forth. I wish I could show it.
Yeah.
Truman is black and tan. There's a tricolor, which is black, tan, and white. There's Blenheim,
white and kind of the ruby red.
Yep, and then there's a pure ruby red. So I don't know. What else can you say about that?
Yeah, you can't. So.
All right, so that was our big announcement, and then that's an update. So we will still have travel videos coming. I think right now the plan is we're going to head west, get as close to Calgary as we can to the border. So that they only have about a 2.5, 3 hour drive down to get my nephew.
Right.
And then once we get Alex on his way to Calgary, we're going to spend a couple days at Glacier National Park, and then we're going to head on west to, I think I want to stop in Idaho near Coeur d'Alene, I believe is how you pronounce that. And then on to Seattle. And then I don't know what we're going to do. We may end up doing the Oregon coast and go all the way down to Napa Valley. I don't know. I think we're just going to play it by ear. We're going to see what we find because there's a lot out there. We've never been out there. We have absolutely no reservations because I had only booked reservations for Canada, which I canceled today. And we got, just in case you're wondering, like what happens with camping reservations, it was about $385 is what I'd spent on 10 nights of camping in Canada. And I was able to get 300 of it back. So I didn't think that was too bad.
No,
so
it could have been worse.
Just means we'll be staying at a couple more Walmarts to make up for it.
Or
so.
BLM, we'll find
BLM, yeah. So,
right.
All right. So is that everything for the midweek update? We did mail time. Thank you, Pam.
And our little man.
Trip. Okay. So let's open it up. We'll open it up to questions, comments. What do you want to talk about? And CDA for short. What is, I'm sorry, Sharon. I'm not sure. Maybe I need to go back and read. I love the floppy ears.
I don't know.
Okay.
I missed something there.
Oh, here, I can get him back up. It's hard to see. Our lighting's not very good. We need to work on studio lighting. We don't really have a studio.
We'll have to put
Oh, I got you, Sharon. Court Arlene, CDA. Yeah, that would be a lot easier way to pronounce it.
Gotcha. Hey, buddy. Hey, little man.
Can you give me a kiss? Oh, thank you. There he is.
Oh, there's a better picture of him.
Can you say hi? Say hi to everybody. No comments or questions, okay?
See what's on your iPhone video.
Hoover keeps wanting me to do a what's on my iPhone. I could do that, Hoover. I could do a what's on my iPhone video, I suppose.
You should do.
Yeah, Sharon, we have thought about doing a meetup. What I'm trying to figure out is where would be the best location, and come up with a weekend. But I would love to do that. And again, just the idea of a bunch of us getting together and camping. I know I had thrown out the idea on one of the videos of doing a YouTube meetup for like other YouTubers like Lou and Luke from Great Family Escape. I don't know, just a bunch of us could get together and share ideas for how to grow our YouTube channel. But I'd also love to just do a plain old meetup where a bunch of us, if we could find a central location, and we're willing to drive, but maybe pick a campground, and then anybody in that general vicinity that wants to come out could book a site, and we just all hang out and have a good time. So, yeah, we'd love to do that. I had thought about maybe doing either a Kentucky or Tennessee meetup, because I know that I don't think Stacy's online tonight, but I know Stacy is in Kentucky, and we talked about doing, in fact, a couple of you have suggested that Stacy and us get together. Stacy bought a little guy Max. And so a couple of people have suggested that I'm trying to work on this lighting, but I guess do a comparison side-by-side video of the Tab 400 to the little guy Max. And then Lisa's in Tennessee, and we'd like to get together with them. They have a Hummingbird. So yeah.
Yeah, we thought about it.
We definitely like to do that. And then I see a couple Google comments coming in. They're coming in at a different place.
Right.
But,
He's a cutie.
oh, Royce, thank you. Yes, he is a cutie. I'll tell you what, he's got me
Beautiful
around his
markings,
finger
yeah.
already.
The lighting's
And then
not great, but he's got some
Celeste. Yeah. Celeste says, "Oh, he is such." He was 4.2 pounds last Thursday when they took him to the vet. Yeah. So, and then his next vet visit was as soon as we get home.
Yeah.
And they'll get some more.
Someone got their sticker.
Oh, New Hampshire.
Awesome.
Yep. They made it all the way to New Hampshire, if I remember right. So I'm glad that you got them okay. Some of the high country area of North Carolina. Oh yeah. In fact, Sharon, we were in Boone last summer.
Yeah.
We did the Blue Ridge Parkway, and so the one day we got off because I wanted to drive into Boone, specifically because for those of you that don't know, Appalachian State University or Appalachian State University, depending on whether you're north or south, beat the University of Michigan in football a few years ago, and that's where they're located. And I don't know why, I just thought it was cool to go visit. So
yeah, we did.
We actually did laundry in Boone.
Did.
So yeah, we could do that. Boone might be a good location. I think we could be there within a day.
Definitely.
So
yes, we are going to the new camp rally. We booked right away.
Yeah, we're really excited. Are you coming to the new camp rally?
We're looking forward to it. We found out they're pretty booked.
Yeah. So those of you that don't know, New Camp, like many RV manufacturers, is doing a rally, and it's actually sold out. Now they have, if anybody is a New Camp owner and wants to come, my understanding is they have secured a few more dry campsites for the week in the campground. Plus they have worked out deals with surrounding campgrounds. So you wouldn't be right on the ground where the rally's happening, but you could drive in each day, a short drive, and be a part of the festivities. So, you're going to be there. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're really excited. I think it's going to be great to get to meet other owners and
see what people did with their tabs.
Yeah, and
changed them up or whatever. That's kind of cool to see.
I mean, I love just touring RVs in general. In fact, tonight we went and looked at an RV. So don't laugh. We're not trading.
It wasn't for us.
It wasn't for us. My sister actually texted me this afternoon. She had seen a pop-up camper for sale on Facebook, and so we drove about an hour to go look at it. And she was prepared to buy it.
She had money in hand.
She had money in hand. Unfortunately, when we got there, it was they had redone the inside. They had, painted the cabinets and put down some flooring, and it was actually really cute on the inside as far as what they had done. But it was a 1998, and the rear end was actually the wall was pulling out. And so I told my brother-in-law, I'm like, I don't think we want to mess with that.
No.
So, but we do enjoy going and looking at camp. But I think it's going to be good at U Camp this year.
I think it'll be fun.
And then I'm kind of excited. I don't know if any of you follow Mandy Lee.
I'm excited.
Mandy Lee has a YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. She's also on Facebook and Instagram. She's a professional photographer.
Her photos are beautiful.
But she lives in a new camp tab 320 Boondock Edition. And she's coming, so we're kind of
going to be in awe of that.
We're going to be kind of starstruck because, Mandy's channel is actually her channel really isn't that big. I think she's about 3 times as big as us. But she has this huge following on Instagram and Facebook because her photography is just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So we're really excited to meet them.
Yeah, she does rock.
Yeah.
What she's able to go do and get the pictures of is just
so
cool.
So I had actually reached out to her to find out if she was coming, and she said, yeah, she was coming to U Camp again this year. So, all right. And have I missed any comments?
I don't think so. Okay. I was kind of looking there. Yeah.
Lou, have you gotten your RV out yet? Has the snow finally cleared?
I hope so.
I don't know if Lou's still on or not. I wish there was a way where it would tell us.
I don't know.
So, videos. We did the video this week on hitching up because I had some requests for that. No, he says he's laughing. I'm in a sweatshirt today. I really hope you're not. Is it really that chilly there? So we did that video. He says the snow's finally gone. Okay. I was hoping so. Yeah. And then I do have a video coming out probably Monday, if not sooner. We'll see. On the new sunshade.
Yeah, right.
And so if you checked over on Instagram and Facebook, I had posted that our sunshade came in for the tab. So, it really is that chilly there. 55. Okay. It's cooled down here in Indiana. We went Memorial Day weekend was beastly
90,
hot.
92, hot, humid.
Yeah. And
like
so
August,
and now it's cooled back down here in Indiana.
It was like probably, I think it was upper 60s today, like 69 or something, which is kind of cool for this time of year. 49. Yeah, we had 48 this morning. It was a cold morning. Remember, we were like, it's chilly out here.
Yeah, New Hampshire. Well, I guess, New Hampshire. Okay.
Yeah, we had a cool morning.
Yeah, you would be cool too.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
And that actually was, when we found out we couldn't go to Canada, my first thought was we had to go back to Maine.
Yeah, we love Maine.
But one, we're going to drop my nephew off.
Right.
And that would be the wrong direction.
Right.
And we have been to Maine. Someday, though, I'm going to get back up to New Hampshire, Maine, and that area. So
yeah, because there's parts of Maine we haven't been to that we could see, definitely.
Is there any videos that you would like to see? That would be a good question. If there's anything in particular that I can attempt to do. I know I've had some requests for how to hook up at a campsite, which as soon as we get to a campsite that's full hookup, I'm going to do a video on it. We will have travel videos coming soon, hopefully. And
we'll have videos probably on this guy growing.
Hoover, what's on my iPhone? A storage. Yes, that is definitely one.
That's a good one.
So here's what we were thinking on the storage was we're going to do that. I'm tying my shoe because Truman keeps untying my shoes.
He's a good helper.
That's all. So what we thought we would do on the storage is I thought about going ahead and shooting that video, but the problem is we don't have everything loaded. So what we thought we would do is once we get it loaded next week, or maybe while we're on the road, we will shoot that because I want to be able to show exactly how we utilize all the different spaces. And so right now, we have the pots and the pans and the dishes in there. But what we don't have loaded yet is things like clothes and food. So we're definitely going to do that. And then here's, how do you get Wi-Fi in the tab? We do not currently have a Wi-Fi booster. So honestly, it's just whatever we can pick up on our cell phones. We are on AT&T, an unlimited plan, sort of. So for those of you who don't know how AT&T's unlimited plan works, it is unlimited, but once an individual hits 22 gigabytes of usage, they have the right to slow down your speeds, or as they call it, throttle it.
Right.
So we will use that where we can get it. But in terms of true Wi-Fi, I would eventually like to get a Wi-Fi Ranger installed, which is basically a device. The way my understanding is if there is a Wi-Fi signal, it will strengthen it, pull it in, and then strengthen it for you. But we currently do not have that.
Right, we don't. No.
So right now it's strictly cell phones.
Favorite camping recipes? We could do some of that.
Oh yeah, I would like to see that setup. Okay. Oh, hello. Let's see. It's Maria in Oklahoma. Welcome. Oh, good, Lou. Are you going to do a video on your install? I'm assuming you're going to do a video on your install for yourself. Yeah, that'll help us out if we decide to do it.
Yeah.
Who did camping recipes? Yeah, Sharon. In fact, one of our friends that you saw us camping in the video from Labor Day weekend, Barb and Dave. Barb has asked me to do some of our recipes. So again, what I thought I would do is while we're traveling, as opposed to me just going out back and making them here, we just thought what we'd do is film some of the recipes. And honestly, I don't even know if they're really recipes. I mean, they are. I just kind of make them up as I go. He just kind of
throws things together, and it ends up being amazing, which is amazing to me. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marla. It's Marla. I'm having troubles reading the screen.
Yeah, it's tiny.
So, hi, Marla in Oklahoma. I'll get it right.
I'm going to give one away to definitely look for the.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, that's great, Lou. So, for those of you, I assume everybody can read the same comments we're reading, but Lou says he's actually going to be giving one of those cell boosters away as part of his video. So definitely make sure you go over to RV Habit on YouTube, subscribe, and because again, Lou's got some good videos there.
Yep.
Sometimes the best recipe. Yeah, that's a lot of times I just look at what's in the refrigerator, and then here's the things that I like to carry when we're camping. Anything that's dry, anything that's canned. Because they won't spoil per se. And then, so I love having some pasta, some rice, things like black beans in a can. We like to use black beans. Spaghetti sauce is a good add-on. And then we tend to try to find like farmers markets to where we can buy fresh vegetables. And so then what I typically will do is we usually will start with a meat of some sort. So either maybe some chicken or sometimes we'll find like these sausages. And then we always try to look for the little bit healthier, like the chicken flavored sausages. And so I'll start a lot of times by boiling some pasta or making some rice. And then I will saute some veggies. And then, and then I just throw it all together with some spaghetti sauce and it makes a real quick pasta dish.
Right. So and I see someone put a 3-quart Instapot. You bought one, didn't you?
Yes.
For our tab.
So we just ordered, and I don't know if I posted a picture on Facebook. I think I did, but I haven't talked about it on YouTube. So we did just order we just actually got it a week ago, I think it was, the 3-quart Instapot. And so we put that in the trailer as kind of our new cooking device.
Right.
And what I love about the Instapots, we have a big one here at the house. Now, it's not the Instant Pot brand. It's a Cook's Essential from QVC. I used to have a problem
with QVC.
Patty used to get so mad I'd sit and watch it and convince myself I needed everything that they sold.
I need this.
But the reason I ordered the 3-quart is it's a little bit smaller. It'll fit in the tab. But we're going to be able to do things like hard-boiled eggs. We're going to be able to do our rice in there. Sharon's with me.
Yeah.
The QVC problem.
In the kitchen with David, right?
Oh, good. Recipes at the New Camp rally. Right. I look forward to that. So anyway, I can cook pasta in the Instapot. We can cook meat. So it's just so versatile. You can do so many things. So that's why. And then, like I said, ours is, I think, the 6-quart here at the house.
Right.
But it's just so big to fit in the tab. So I ordered the 3-quart through Amazon.
No, we don't have a toaster oven.
Yeah. No, Marlo, we don't. But we are carrying, and we've talked about that, we are carrying a small toaster, a 2-slice toaster. And I'm going to see how much we actually use that this summer. Right. So
Spaghetti squash for healthy.
Oh, you know what? I bet you could do spaghetti squash.
I've heard that before.
Anyway, back to Marla's question on the toaster oven. So we do have a microwave. Our tab did not come with a microwave. I just bought a $50 microwave at Walmart. I think it's 700 watts. So it'll run off of the inverter. And so we have the microwave. We have a 2-slice toaster. We now have the Instapot. And then I'm carrying, I think, two cooking pots and a skillet is basically what we're using for cooking utensils. So, but we have talked about a toaster oven getting, in fact, before we bought the microwave, I think that was one of the things we talked about was just get a toaster oven. The only thing that I like about the microwave is if you need to defrost something.
Right.
So
definitely.
So spaghetti squash, we might have to try that.
I think I've heard that before.
And I don't know if anybody's ever done pasta in the Instapot, but that's one I could do a quick video on. It's actually very easy. Yep. I just put I usually get like penne pasta or something like that. I'll put it in, and then I'll put water just not quite to the top of the pasta, just to where you can see the water, but there's still a little pasta sticking out. I know this is really scientific. And then I'll put a whole can of spaghetti sauce in. And then a lot of times I'll throw in like some sausage and some mozzarella cheese and close it. And I think we cooked that for, I haven't done pasta in a while. Was it 20 minutes?
Maybe.
10 minutes? I don't remember. But it comes out actually very, very nice. And so it's just like one big.
Yeah, I'm not sure about how much power usage an Instapot's going to take. So
yeah.
I was asking.
We don't know. So we're going to have a pretty steep learning curve with power management this summer. So for those of you that don't know, that our Tab 400 has a 235 amp hour AGM battery in it. So this battery is massive. Compared to the Hummingbird, came with a 55 amp hour traditional car battery. So it didn't last very long at all. And so some of you, when we had the Hummingbird last winter, probably saw my video where I had upgraded to 105 watts. So we were going to have 210 amp hours, not watts, 105 amp hours. So anyway, we have this massive battery. We also have a brand new 100 watt Renogy suitcase style solar panel, which I tested a little bit, but we're really, again, not sure how it's going to perform. And I don't know what the Instapot's going to draw. So we're going to find out. I mean, if the battery drains quickly, we may not be able to use the Instapot unless we're on shore power. So, slow down. Anybody joining us late, this was the big announcement. I know you're having a hard time seeing him because of the lighting. He's biting me right now. This is Truman. He's an 8-week-old Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Oh, hi, Lillian. Did I get that right?
Yes, you took our
sorry.
Question
I should have got my reading glasses.
That's what
yes, we did take your advice, decided to do live. I think as far as I can tell, nobody's complaining about the video. So I think our internet is holding.
Yeah.
900 watts on the Instapot. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see like how much that eats up in terms of our battery. So the nice thing is, the whole boondocking, and I do have the boondocking videos from when we had the Hummingbird, and it's the same. It doesn't really matter what trailer you have. The boondocking principles are the same. But it's really, you start looking for ways to save energy or power on your battery. So a lot of times, even though our trailer has LED lighting, we actually have these little puck lights that operate off AAA batteries.
And we use those.
We a lot of times just use those in the evening. That'll help save a little bit. It's not going to save a lot, but every little bit helps. And actually, we like them because they're not so bright as the LEDs.
Well, if you did turn them on, it's pretty bright, and I never do. I just kind of have them in different sections of the trailer to light up things, because sometimes the lighting that's in there is just too bright.
It's just too bright, yeah. And then we probably won't run the TV or anything like that off of battery. We can. Our TV is actually directly hooked up to the battery system. So, hi, Ronald. Welcome.
And thank you, Lillian. He is a cutie.
Yeah, we
fell in love when we saw him first time. So
So yeah, so you just start looking for ways. So we'll find out, and we'll try to document all of that this summer as far as how much battery are we using. Is a 100-watt solar panel enough? I mean, honestly, looking back, I ordered the solar panel, I think it was in December when we still had the Hummingbird. Last summer, we used the Harbor Freight solar panels, which they were the original set where you got 3 15 watts. We only had 45 watts, and it worked pretty well last summer out in Grand Tetons.
Yeah, it did great.
So when I upgraded to the 100-watt, I was like, oh, that's more than enough. Looking back now, I kind of wished I would have spent another $200 and did the 200-watt solar panel, but we'll see. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Or if Renogy wants to send me a 200-watt, we'll try it out for him.
That's fine.
I keep joking. I've had a couple people say that we ought to be spokespeople for New Camp, and I keep joking that I would love to have a New Camp sponsorship, but if the channel keeps growing, the price is going to go up, right? So right now, so the big joke is like always telling Patty, like, yeah, if New Camp wants to send us a couple free T-shirts, they can be a sponsor.
That's right.
But no, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be a sponsor, but I'm going to need more than a T-shirt. What I really would like is I would like to get 2 flexible solar panels, which you can get as an option.
Put on the tab.
To put on the tab.
Yeah, because
but when I
come with them.
Yeah, and when I talked to the factory, they told me they're too backed up right now to do it for us. And I'm not talking about free. I was going to pay them and everything. But he just said that they're so far behind on production, they didn't have time to put solar panels on our trailer. So, and the reason, if you're wondering, why do you want solar panels on your trailer if you have, I would love to be able to charge the battery off solar going down the road. Right, because it's like free power.
Exactly.
And even though the car will theoretically charge, my understanding is the car has to keep the car battery charged first, so it's only any leftover that goes to your trailer battery. Right. And that 235 amp hour, it takes a while to charge it fully. So, okay.
And then Marla asked if we have an external hookup for the solar panel, and they did that when we picked up the tab, didn't they?
Yes.
Did that?
So for some reason, the Tab 400 does not come pre-wired for solar. A lot of the trailers now have those Zamp solar plugs, which is just a standard plug. So our dealer did put a plug for us, and so we're able just to plug in on the outside.
Right, they did that day when we picked it up. Yeah. Send a report after testing. It's testing something.
I have them. I'll send a report after testing. Now I got to go back and see what. Okay.
900W.
Oh, the 900-watt. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, and then now the other challenge we're going to have this summer that we've got to figure out is the water systems, because the Hummingbird had a 25-gallon freshwater tank, a 25-gallon gray, and a 25-gallon black. The Tab actually has, I think it's a 30-gallon fresh. So we have more fresh water. That's good. But I think it only has like an 18-gallon gray and a 12 black. Not worried about black because we've never had a problem with the black. It's the gray. Now, with the Hummingbird, we could go 3 days taking showers and Patty washing her hair and us doing dishes. We could go 3 days without having to empty the gray tank. With an 18-gallon, we're going to have to do a little more conserving. I'm just hoping we can.
Well, and you tested how much water comes out.
Yeah, the shower actually uses less. So, okay, let's go back to some comments. Trailer came with the solar power panels already installed on the roof.
I heard the roof-mounted ones can be damaged. We heard that too.
Yeah, and that was one of the things I was concerned about with the roof-mounted ones, and I've heard different things about those. So some of the Tabs have the solar option. If you do get the solar option on the Tab 400, I believe you get 2 100-watt solar panels, and you get a inverter. I can't remember the exact amount. If it was 1,200 watt, I installed that 1,500 watt inverter. So, Sharon says try dry shampoo.
I've been watching some YouTubes myself on that because other people use it, and I heard about it. So I probably will.
1,200 watt. Okay.
Yeah.
Adam says leave your gray water valve open a little. Now, you know what? I've been camping I guess we've been camping for what? 12, 13, 14, I don't know, some long time. I've always wondered, is that,
Is that
what is acceptable and what isn't? Yeah,
we just don't know.
I mean, I know gray water. Again, for us, gray water is just our shower and our
anything in the sink
and the
sink.
Yeah,
with the dishes.
So I've often wondered, like, I know some people say, "Oh, I just open it, let it trickle out. It's not going to hurt anything." I've heard other people say, "Oh no, you can't do that." So
that's what we think. It's soap and water, but we just
don't know. What I do have though is we carry I think it's a 6-gallon tank that that's what I used last year at Yellowstone. I'd take out 6 gallons at a time, and then I'd run it to a sink or the dump station.
They had a dump station we take it to, and then do that every now and then.
Yeah, the external gray tank, and that's what we have. But ours is just a 6-gallon. I know you can get those really big ones on wheels and things. But the 6-gallon works nice because it doesn't take up a lot of room in the tow vehicle.
Space in the 4Runner.
And then we also have a 5-gallon water can. So I can go get fresh water if we need to. But I don't think with 30 gallons on board, I think we'll be fine on that.
I think we'll be okay with that.
What is your favorite place you have visited?
Favorite place we visited?
Oh, man,
there's so many. Well, my head goes to Key West, Blue Water Key, when we had our fifth wheel. We took that one summer with some friends. We loved that.
Yeah.
Tent camping and hiking. The Appalachian Trail was just cool to do it that way. And then with the little trailer, gosh, the Grand Tetons just comes to my mind. It was just beautiful.
I would say Grand Teton so far has been my favorite place. Truman, you want to get back in the photo for a minute?
He's playing hard.
We need to get you better lighting, Truman, if you're going to be a star.
He's been playing hard down here.
I know.
You plan on going back to Blue Ridge not this summer. Our summer is going to be going out west and probably the new camp rally. And I don't know.
I don't know. Well, unless we could find a weekend to do like a meetup somewhere down that way. Yeah,
it's not that far from us.
So. Oh, thanks, Hoover. Yeah, going west. You know what's funny is I don't know if any of you went back, because I know a lot of you have subscribed recently or within the last few months, but sometimes we like to go back and watch some of those videos because we launched, I've had a YouTube channel. I think it actually says since 2013, but originally when I started a YouTube channel, it was not so much to put up videos. I just signed up for a free account. And then when I did put up videos, it was more just like little family things. Mm-hmm. So we actually truly watched. Yeah.
The Truman Show.
We thought about, I'm guessing there's a copyright to call it the Truman Show, but it is the Truman Show, really.
He keeps us entertained.
He's going to be the hit of this.
Yes, he is.
Oh, so anyway, sorry. I'm like Truman Squirrel.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we truly launched June 26th last year when we headed west. And if you go back and watch some of those videos like we do, I'm like, and I've had a couple of subscribers comment like, "Wow, you guys are so different on camera now than you were in the Going West series."
We look back at some of those and go,
yeah, okay. that very first video, we were like, "Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm Patty, and this is Delaney." But I'd like to think our videos have gotten maybe a little bit better. I will say, I don't know that we're ever going to be a Keep Your Daydream in terms of the cinematic quality, because that's really not what I want to be.
Right.
I like shooting the videos on the iPhone, editing on the iPhone, because I can get them out to you very quickly. And just so you know, I did sign up. Mark over at Keep Your Daydream offers a how to start your own YouTube course. And so I had reached out to Mark and said, "Do you think I could learn anything, even though we're up and running?" And he thought I could. So I did. I am now in the Keep Your Daydream how to start a YouTube course.
Right.
And even though a lot of it doesn't pertain to us, there's stuff on how to pick out a theme for your channel and different things like that. I've already learned some new things as far as how to promote your channel, and Mark has been a great resource already. So for those of you that are fans of Keep Your Daydream, hopefully we're going to learn some things from them. But I don't think we'll ever become them in terms of the way we shoot video or anything like that.
Right.
So, okay.
That sounds fun, Barb. They're going to go to Wisconsin Dells and then meet up with friends in Texas.
Oh, that'll be nice. Yeah.
I've never been to the Dells.
Yeah, we need to go to the Dells sometime.
I've heard about it. People keep talking they're going to go.
Patrick, did you add the gutter guards on the frame opening? Yes, Peter. Thank you very much. And I actually need to do a video on that just so I can share it with the other Tab owners. So Peter had found that on the frame of the Tab 400, underneath, there's these two openings, one on the left side of the trailer and one on the right side of the trailer. I honestly don't have a clue why those openings are there. But the problem is you could have critters, even though it's a sealed underbody, because there's these two oval openings about yay big in the frame, critters can get in. And so Peter had solved the problem with gutter guard and just putting some self-drilling screws in. And so I took Peter's advice and did the same thing. So could you do a YouTube video equipment and post-processing apps? Yeah, I could definitely do that because, again, I think we're a lot different than like Mark over on Keep Your Daydream did one on his, and his video has like all this equipment set up on the bar in their RV, and ours would be like 2 things, 3 things.
I mean, he had microphones and different little cameras,
because we use primarily my iPhone 8 Plus. Sometimes Patty will take on her iPhone 7.
Yep, mine's a 7.
We have the drone, the Mavic Pro, and then I do have a GoPro wannabe, is what I refer to it. It's one of those Chinese knockoffs that I think I paid $50 on Amazon, and I really haven't used it much, but I am going to use it this summer. I say this summer, it's like next week.
Right. It's next week.
Because I'm going to mount it, I think, on the vehicle or maybe on the trailer to try to get some driving shots.
Right.
There's no way I'm sticking my iPhone outside the vehicle. So that's really all we use. But I could do a video on that just to show how we're a little bit different than some of the other channels as far as what we use. And then I do edit on my iPhone using LumaFusion. So,
cool.
Does it bother you when people leave negative comments?
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. See, she says no. I say yes. And here's why. And in fact, I just posted this. So when you're in the Keep Your Daydream How to Start a YouTube Channel course, you get access to a Facebook group that's only people in the course. And so I posted a question yesterday of, hey, Mark, how do you handle negative comments, rude comments, that type of thing? And I was a little embarrassed because he has a moderator in there. So when they're traveling and he can't respond right away. So the moderator said, actually, if you look at lesson such and such, there's a whole lesson on that, which I felt like that student that should have read before asking questions. But Mark ended up jumping in eventually on that conversation. And, he said, you just got to let them go. And that, the thing is, most of the time when they're really nasty, rude comments, they're not subscribers. They're just trolls. And he said, if you even respond to them, you're giving them what they want.
Right.
But, and he made the point of, you can get 200 positive comments, but for some reason, it's always that one negative one that sticks in your mind.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to lie. They do bother me. And I don't even know why I let them bother me. But, and please understand, there's a difference between feedback. I don't have a problem with feedback. If somebody says, oh, you forgot to mention this in the video, or maybe you should consider this, that's great information. What I'm talking about is just the really nasty, rude comments that are things like, I'll give you a good example. The tour of our Tab 400, which has over 60,000 views, and I don't know how many likes. It's a lot. But somebody left just a random comment that said, what did it say? Like, boring video, headache worthy. And it's just like, okay.
Whatever. You don't have to watch it.
I'll produce more boring, headache worthy videos if they'll get 60,000 views. But I'm trying to let those go because, and we know that the more subscribers we get and the more views our videos get, we're going to get more of that.
Right.
But I'm not going to lie. I mean, I always tell my students, I'm always completely honest with you. And so it would be easy for me to say, no, it doesn't bother me, but it does. But I'm getting better. I'm trying. So, okay. So now everybody can leave negative comments because they know it'll bother me. We are renting an RV going to Washington in August. It's going to be our first RV experience as a couple. I'm hoping we will buy one in the future. Oh, well, congratulations. Now, when you say you're going to Washington, I do have to have state or DC.
Right,
so,
that's what I wondered too.
What kind of iPhone do you have? I have an 8 Plus.
Yep, that's what he uses to do.
And Patty has a 7.
Yep.
I feel like that people that leave hate comments are just jealous of how we have succeeded on our channels, and they probably tried and failed. It could be, Hoover. Could be. People with too much free time. Yeah, I think so too, Sharon.
Right.
Again, Mom always taught me that if you don't have something nice to say, just don't say it. So we'll watch videos. I'm not going to lie. We watch videos, and sometimes I'll even talk to the TV like, are you an idiot? And,
really?
But I would never go in and leave a rude comment. I
just don't have the time to do it.
Yeah, and you're right, Bar. I'm just going to ignore them. Yeah. Sometimes I've tried to reason with them, and Mark made that comment today in the chat that he's done that, and then Trish has had to tell him just let it go. Yeah. And honestly, I will tell you, I do have a filter where like certain keywords will keep the comment from going up. I'm just not going to tolerate F-bombs and things like that on our channel. Yeah, inappropriate language. Because there's just no need to use that kind of language in a comment. Right. So
we block that stuff.
Like your info, just keep it real like it is. All right. Oh, thank you, Robert. And we try to.
We never really.
So, I try to make the video somewhat professional, especially like how we do things or the equipment. But at the same time, we love just having fun and being ourselves. That's Tucson, Arizona to Washington State. Okay. Oh, that's going to be a nice trip for you, I think. And that's where we're obviously headed is Washington State here in a couple weeks. Yep. And we've never been there, so looking forward to it. Uh-oh.
I got
him. Did we forget about little guy? Okay, Patty went to get little guy. He might have had an accident because we forgot about him. So, I have the filter too. My video gets age restricted for negative comments. And that's the thing. I don't want ours to get age restricted because of people using foul language in the comment section. So, all right. Any other last questions? We've been going 50 minutes. Wow. Thank you everybody for coming tonight. I kind of like doing these. We didn't know whether the internet would hold, but it seems to have worked okay tonight. So it's kind of a different way of doing midweek update. I do know, here's what I would say. This would be my criticism tonight. We need to work on lighting in here because the lighting's not very good. So, although maybe you prefer not to see us. You doing okay? Okay. So, all right. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Lou. Appreciate that. And great job to you. Your videos, like I said, are always really helpful. So, Sharon says we need to see the puppy again. We can't sign off with. Okay. As soon as she gets cleaned up. So we'll hang out for a couple more minutes till Patty gets back over here. Selfie ring light will help. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm using my MacBook, and hold on just one second. I don't want to make anybody sick, but I'm just curious because I'm definitely not a professional videographer. No, that doesn't help. Let me try it this way. That might be a little bit better.
Say hi.
Oh, here, we'll just keep it up here because the light is a little bit. There's Truman.
Hi, Truman.
Can you say hi, Truman?
Say hi.
So he's just 8 weeks old.
Yep.
And he is purebred King Charles Spaniel. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. So totally agree about the lighting and love Truman. Yeah, we love him too. Yeah, he will get a little bit bigger. We think he should get somewhere between 18 and 20 pounds when he's fully grown. So
he's tired already.
So yeah, he'll be a little bit bigger by next year's trip to Alaska, and he'll have his rabies shot, so we'll be able to actually not only go to Alaska but get back into the U.S.
We've learned that he's either on or off.
Yeah,
I mean, he's full bore, playing hard, rough, running around. And then pretty soon here, like you see, he's starting to whimper because he's ready for bed. So that's what he's doing here. He wants to go to bed. So
it's okay, buddy.
You're all right.
It's okay. Yeah.
You're all right.
Yeah. Can you say hi to everybody?
You're so cute. You're so cute, cute, cute.
So, all right. I think that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody, for coming tonight. Appreciate the questions. And we'll see everybody.
We'll see you on down the road.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Say nice meeting you. My name is Truman.